Okay, welcome back for the second half. And before we go to the next topic, I actually forgot one of the quite important activity for the stock manager, which is called stock reconciliation. Okay, so think about this. If you're managing the stocks, right, it's very possible that somebody's going to make mistakes, and as time goes on, your stock that you keep track in your system will actually be inconsistent with what's actually in your warehouse, right? And so it's going to be a process where you reconcile the number in the system and what's actually in your warehouse, and that process is called stock reconciliation. And I can say it's a quite painful process, but it's quite necessary. So essentially, you're going to count your stock, you're going to count your item in your warehouse and make sure that it matches with your items on your system, right? So typically, you might need to do that, I don't know, like maybe once a quarter or maybe once every 6 months or something, but usually not too often because it's quite time consuming. Okay, so let's do just that, right? We should be able to reconcile our stocks, okay? And that we can go to stock and stock reconciliation, which I cannot find again. So let's just search for it. Stock reconciliation. So that's the one. Stock reconciliation list. Okay. So, and this is going to tell you essentially another document, right? So let's add the new stock reconciliation. Okay. And again, the posting date, make note of this because this is quite important. If you were to reconcile the stock, that means that you cannot make any new entry, new transaction before this date, because it's going to make things go quite crazy. So make sure that like this date is something that you are pretty like you want to set everything from this date, and you cannot change anything in the past anymore. So be aware of that, right? It's the same with the account reconciliation. If you set the account to be a certain value at a date, usually you cannot add the transaction before it anymore. So be aware of that, okay? But it's probably not going to affect us today. So but just to be safe, let's change this date into maybe the one before, like yesterday, so that today we can still do something. Like if you do it today, you might get some error if you want to do a stock transaction. Okay, so let's change it to maybe yesterday, just to be. Sorry, wait, I cannot change this. Okay, let's edit this one. You have to do edit posting time. Okay, and I'm gonna change it to yesterday. Okay, so the 14th. Okay. Again, if you want to, for example, let's look at my stock summary first, okay? And let's say I have paper, maybe paper, okay? I have 2,500 paper in my store, right? I want to change that into maybe I have more. I have 3,000. So let's do just that, okay? So I'm gonna select item, which is paper. And then in which warehouse do I want to change the number? So my paper is in my store. So I'm going to change store. Okay. And then the quantity, right? Right now, I want 3,000. I don't know where 4,000 come from. I want 3,000. Okay. And if you want to add more stuff, yeah, so feel free to do so, like as many as you want, right? But today, I probably gonna want just to reconcile one item, okay? And I can just simply hit saved. Wait, okay, I need to do purpose, okay. Stock reconciliation, I guess I have to do this, right? And then I am going to saved and then submit, okay? Okay, just like that. Okay, so this document is going to say that on the 14th of December, I count my paper to be 3,000. I'm not allowed to add any paper before it or make any changes before it. I can do it afterward. So that's the thing that this document is going to give you some more trouble. If your posting date is not, I guess it's not consistent with your actual activities, okay? But here's the thing. Let's see what's happening. Okay. So first, let's make sure that this thing works. So I'm going to go back to my stock summary and refresh it one more time. There you go. What was the purpose? Stock reconciliations. Wait, but my paper is not 3,000. What happened? Let me check paper. It's only 1,500. Why? Interesting. You guys get this behavior? It's weird. Why is it 300? You know what? Because it's 300 on the 14th, but I already sold it today, so that's why it's 1,500. So I guess I have to. If you wanna see the actual number, I guess you have to post the reconciliation today. You see what I mean? Because today I already sell some paper. Okay, I produced the envelopes from it, and I sell the bundle and things like that. So that's why it's only 15. So okay, let me do it one more time. But today I'm gonna post today's date. Okay, just to make sure that it's actually working. Okay. So first I'm gonna cancel this one. You can certainly cancel your reconciliation document, right? Okay, I'm gonna amend it, right? So this is a good exercise because if you make mistakes, you should amend your document. You don't delete things in this software ever, okay? It gives you more trouble than your benefit. So I'm gonna change it today, and make note of the time too. Like if you put things after this, that's okay. But if you make transactions before this, it won't allow. Okay, so saved. Okay, I guess I need to do 3,000, right? And then I guess that's it. I just do the, or maybe I should change the time. Maybe. Because this also is now in the past. It's okay, it's okay. So you can reconcile your value in the past, but once you do it, you are not allowed to make any more transaction. So you can reconcile at any point in time, but if you already have transaction after that time, it's going to affect your stock values. So that's why it doesn't result in 3,000 when I did it yesterday, because today I do some more transaction. So I want to show you, like if I were to do it like at 6:41, because I don't have anything afterward, my stock value for paper should be 3,000. So let's make sure that is the case first. Because I want to make sure that it works first before I do any more stuff. Okay, I'm gonna do stock summary, and there you go, 3,000. Okay, so be aware of this change to your stock value, right? Sometimes it might not be that exact number if you already have transaction that happen afterwards. Okay, so make sure that it works first before we discuss what happened to the system. What happened to the systems?
Okay, but I don't really understand why it worked, because I mean we changed this to today because the 14th was yesterday.
Yeah.
But the 1841 was still in the past.
Yes. Okay. You can. So what this document will do is actually it's going to create the transaction that account for all the different, so that at this moment you already have 3,000 paper. Okay. So it kind of look into the past from this point in time and say what adjustment do I need to make in order to get 3,000. So think about it as another transaction in your system. Okay. So if something happened afterward, that 3,000 number is going to change. Okay. But it's actually locked your ledger. It doesn't allow any transaction to happen before. So that's why. Okay.
Why didn't this work when it was the 14th?
Why did it work? It works.
It worked, right?
It works, but the number is not 3,000 because yesterday it's 3,000, right? But today I sold it So that's why I only have like 1,500 left. So I want to show you that actually it works, but I guess I made it more complicated than needed be, right? ได้ไหมครับ and again and now I want to first verify that it's doing what it's supposed to do, and then let's look into the detail on what's actually happening to our system. Okay, so if I were to go to my stock reconciliation, I think I might be able to see, for example, look into the adjustment. So for example, I have well, first of all, I think I might need to look at this pencil right here. Yeah, quantity before, yeah, so something like that. So before, this is what I have, right? And then I want to change it into 3,000, so that's what it is. And actually, and then this one probably is going to tell you the overall adjustment to your stocks and to your accounting. So one thing that I want to make note is that, like when you do stock reconciliation, it's not just your stock value, like it's not your inventory. It's actually your accounting that's actually changed. So if you want to do that, we can inspect the accounting. So first, do stock ledger. So what's changed is that this is another entry, right? It's going to make sure that the balance is 3,000, as it shows the difference. I guess it doesn't show the difference per se. It's going to set things into 3,000 right away. But another thing that I want to show you is like here, so accounting ledger. Okay, so what happened is that your stock is actually, so again, my stock increases, right, for no reason. So that means that my assets increase. But then I guess it's kind of balanced by the stock adjustment. If I recall correctly, this one is actually, I think it's the expense or liability, I don't remember, but it's actually taken care of in your inventory, in your accounting. And in this case, your company actually gained more profit by doing stock reconciliation, if I recall correctly. Like if you suddenly have more stock than you have, it's actually go into your profit, something like that. So there's a way that it's got taken care of in terms of the double accounting system. And if you if you are actually doing this process in detail, you should know what it does to your accounting system, because sometimes if you look at your balance sheet, it might throw you off, like if somebody do this process. Okay. Another thing that I want to show you is, like, not only can we do the number, we can also do the price, the cost too. Okay. So this one is kind of nice, because sometimes if we look at our stock balance, let me show you this. Stock balance, report stock balance, right? And I generate new reports. Okay. Remember our envelopes, right? Because we produce it and then we adding all the additional cost to it so that it becomes more expensive, right? So if I go to my envelopes, and I can see that right now my envelope costs 0.47 baht. So this guy right here, 0.47, right? If I know that actually this is too much, this is not the right amount, like my envelope should cost maybe like 0.3 baht. For some reason, I can change that through the stock reconciliation, not just the number. Like I want to keep the same number, but I know that my envelope should be cheaper for some unknown reason. I can do that. Okay, so let's do just that. Make sure that that it works. Okay, so this one, my envelope is in my store. Okay. So I'm going to do another stock reconciliation, and this time I just have to make sure that it's right now, because so that there's no other problem with it, right? I'm going to do stock reconciliations. I'm going to go to my item, which is envelope. Okay, and I guess I have to choose my warehouse, which is store. And then the quantity is the same, so it fetched the quantity from the warehouse automatically. But then, see the valuation rate. Like I don't have to change my quantity, but I want to change it to be 0.3. I can do that too. I think this is a very cool feature, because normally you do stock reconciliation, you only do the number, but you can do the price too. No, not the price, the cost of your products too. Okay, so with that, I'm going to save. And as you can see that, if I were to change my price right? Actually, there are different amount, which is 242 baht. And that's going to go into your accounting. Either you get more profits or you lose profit by incurring more expense. So that is also a pretty cool system, right? So I'm going to do just do that. Saved. And then if I just skip, I think the stock ledger will be very boring because it's the same number, right? But then the accounting ledger is actually changing due to the change in the valuation rate of your items. Okay, I haven't seen this use case yet, but it's, I don't know, might be possible, right? Like, I don't know, if you know that it's way off from your current valuation and you know that it cannot be this high or cannot be this low, you should make some adjustment. Like maybe somebody key in the price wrong when they bought it, then you can adjust it here too. I guess that might be something that might happen. Okay, so that's something I missed. Okay.